What's going on, everyone? I'm really excited to bring you a good review today. I'm going to be reviewing the Lenovo Yoga Tab Plus. This is the new premium flagship tablet put out by Lenovo. Upon drop, it was $699 US, but has recently, just this week, dropped to $599 US. Is this the new king of the mountain? Is this just a mid-range device? Is this just another guppy in the sea of mediocre Android tablets? Well, let's check it out today on another Real Honest Reviews. And here it is, boys and girls. This is the Lenovo Yoga Tab Plus. It is it's their entry into the flagship arena of Android tablets. I've used it for a little over a week now, and a lot of it comes down to feeling. But let's talk about the overall specs. This is a 12.7-inch display tablet. It has the 16:10 aspect ratio, which is very common among Android tablets. You've got 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's operating Android 14. The tablet boasts an 11 hours, a beefy 11 hours of use. That equates to about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time from what I've noticed in my tests. It has also some security features, facial recognition, the fingerprint reader, which I think is very, very snappy. The camera has a 13 megapixel rear camera and an 8 megapixel front-facing camera for all your Zoom calls. It has this kind of unique little bar across, which is very common among phones, but you don't see them too much in tablets. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of like it. It's kind of giving Cyclops from the X-Men, kind of a little different kind of feel, a little different vibe from it. It's got an aluminum body, so it kind of feels premium in the hand. It has both six speakers, which is actually getting more and more common among tablets. The volume is fairly loud, and it has pretty good bass to it. It's not going to like blow your socks off or anything, but passable speakers. Comes with this kind of back. It's supposed to be like a case, but it's really just a back that turns into a stand. And then you have your detachable keyboard, and then of course it has the stylus, and it all comes together in the box. So for $599 USD, you're getting the tablet, you're getting the stylo, and you're getting the keyboard, which is a pretty good value. So the first thing, let's talk about the good. It has a premium feel to it. I put the case on, put the keyboard. It kind of has this like a faux leather kind of feel that feels really good. The skin of Android 14 on it is very, very clean. You don't have a lot of bloatware. It's not a lot of clutter. I do like the keyboard. It is a well thought out keyboard. You have this nice bar of hot buttons and function buttons. One of the best features of the keyboard is the ability to turn off the touchpad or the trackpad when you need to. As somebody with fairly large hands, so to have the ability to turn off the trackpad is just absolutely wonderful if you're in a session where you're doing a lot of typing. I enjoyed the stylus quite a bit. It was a good experience. It was pretty quick. The latency was not especially long. Is passable as a stylus. Now, I come from using an iPad, and I have this special tip for my Apple Pencil, so it's really hard for me to compare. But overall, this is a good using functional stylus. It has, you got some little buttons you can double tap and things that you can do. Let's talk about that screen, though. That screen is one of the best screens I've used, especially for this price point in an Android tablet. It's an LCD screen. It's not OLED, but you would never guess it because it's so bright. When it gets up to that 900 nits and you're looking at a widescreen on max brightness, this is a very bright screen. The anti-glare display is wonderful coming from other Android tablets. that's, depending, you have to kind of hold that tablet just right so you don't get all this glare and reflection from other surfaces and other things around you. Not so much with the Lenovo Yoga tablet. The colors, the way that the Lenovo tablet processes the colors, I've not seen anything better. Most Android tablets have this kind of overly saturated, overly colorful design palette or color palette. And it's almost like Ronald McDonald designed the colors for the tablet. I'm looking at you, Samsung. What I loved about the Lenovo Yoga Tab is that you could soften up those colors. You can warm up your display. You just seem to have a little more options than some of the other Android tablets I've looked at. And it's a crisp, clean, beautiful display and very much enjoyable to look at. Also, another plus for me was the 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm typically not a gamer on Android tablets, so I didn't do a lot of gaming, or I've not done a lot of gaming, but the games that I did download, the Lenovo had zero problem handling any and every one of those games. It's zippy, it's quick. I'm going to be honest, guys, there's a lot to love about this tablet. I found myself really kind of being won over by the Lenovo Yoga Tab Plus. I took it out of the box. I was a little underwhelmed, and I thought it was going to be another, mid-range guppy. I really enjoyed this tablet. It is a very, very good tablet. Now, this one is my personal preference, but I'm not going to lie. I am not a fan of the extra wide landscape only 16 by 10 aspect ratio on a tablet. Any one of these tablets, you put them up in portrait mode, it feels, it's so tall. It feels so kind of cumbersome, and I'm just not a big fan of it. So a lot of that has to do with personal preference. I kind of felt like I was handling a laptop. It's not too heavy, but it's a big beast. He's a beefy boy. This tablet is. Some of the features felt a little clunky. I had some issues with the split screen. You would do one into split screen, and then it would pull up the apps that were allowed to do split screen, and it only has like 5 apps. So you kind of had to work this back around to where you're kind of going into this app and you hold it there, and then you click on this app, and I could get it to work, and it worked fine once I figured it out. But it was a little clunky. It wasn't nearly as intuitive as other tablets were when it came to getting into the split screen mode. The PC mode, I love the idea of it. Same with the Samsung DeX mode, but it's a tablet. I ended up using the tablet mode 99% of the time. If you just absolutely love the Windows desktop experience, then you may enjoy the PC mode. But for me, I ended up just using the tablet mode. As far as the bad, that was about it. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. I like this tablet. This is a good tablet. It is fast. It is zippy. The display is a good display for the price point, $599. You're not going to find an Android tablet with a better display. But overall, should you get this over, let's say, another mid-range tablet of the same price? Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. This is a steal at $599. Should you consider this against a Samsung Galaxy S10 Ultra, which is going for $1,400 without the keyboard, without the stylus? Oh my goodness, yes. I would choose this any day. I would go to this any day over the Samsung Galaxy S10 Ultra for $599, including the keyboard and the stylus. It's hard to go wrong with this tablet. Okay, guys, that is my review of the Lenovo Yoga Tab Plus. If you've hung with me this long in the video, hit the subscribe button for future content as we deliver out future real, honest reviews.